Hi. Today, what I want to do, I want to talk to you about the mindset required to maximize your time in the gym when you're doing lower volume bodybuilding type training. Now, lower volume bodybuilding type training is a very, very roundabout way of saying high intensity bodybuilding training. High intensity bodybuilding training has been sort of most publicized and was made most popular back in the 70s and late 70s and during the 80s via the founder of Nautilus, the exercise machine manufacturer, Arthur Jones, famous, very, very famous, iconic bodybuilder, Mike Mensa. And then when I was sort of in my main bodybuilding period, I think he's 6-time Mr. Olympia, Dorian Yates, practiced low volume bodybuilding. And it was something that it spoke to me. There's lots of reasons. I'm not going to give you a critique of high intensity bodybuilding. I think there are shortcomings to it, but it also has its role to play. But that's for another video, if I may. What I want to talk about now is the mindset really required to milk a low volume session for all that it's worth. It's very different from the way one would mentally set up for high volume training, back off, strength workouts, whatever it may be. And I can sort of encapsulate it all in a very concise way. You need to go into that gym when you're going all out, 1 or 2 sets per exercise, a couple of exercises per body part. You know, you may be doing 4 to 6 sets maximum per body part, 1 to 3 exercises, no more than 2 sets per exercise. You can't leave anything in the tank. Your mind, every fiber of your being needs to be, you need to contract as hard as you can on every single rep. And when the going gets tough, that's when you need to go on. And you go on no matter what. You go on no matter what. In your head, repeat, if this kills me, I go on. If it kills me, I go on. If it kills me, I go on. And you go on, and you go on, and you go on, no matter what. Now, of course, I'm going to get the usual arseholes going, what does no matter what mean? No matter what, oh God, I rip a muscle off the bone. No, you don't rip a muscle off the bone. Don't be stupid. Right? Don't misinterpret the words that people give you when they're making generalized statements on the internet. You go on, it hurts. So what? You feel sick. So what? You just keep going, you keep going, you keep going. Because I guarantee you, your 10 rep max on squats, if I'm standing over you, if I put a gun to your head and I say, you've got to get more than 10 reps out, you're going to get more than 10 reps out. You're going to. There's always something left in the tank. And you need to remember that. And so you just go. You go, because I'm telling you now, if we take somebody and we get with their 10 rep max on squat, we can make them do 12 reps, 13 reps. No problem. No problem. We can't instantly make somebody stronger on a 1 rep max, but for repetitions, you can just go and you can do it. So you go, no matter what. You have the mindset. What I always used to think about was, I remember reading about a guy, and I think it was Chris Brasher. He was one of the pacemakers for Roger Bannister. Roger Bannister was the first man to break the 4-minute mile. And, they were pushing themselves to a level, they thought basically if you ran a 4-minute mile, you would die. You would have a heart attack and you would die. And they used to say to themselves, we go on. And if we die, we die. That needs to be the mindset to get the most out of high intensity bodybuilding. Of course, you're not going to die, right? You might puke. You might faint occasionally, but this is high intensity bodybuilding. This isn't healthy, balanced training for every man, okay? This is balls to the wall, all out, tear your muscle fibers, beat the shit out of your body. So you have to go in and you have to think, what am I going to do? You know, one of the things I used to do, I used to imagine my dad was watching me train. Come on, Nick, you know, in my head, don't be a pussy, don't be a pussy, don't be a pussy. Go, go. Later, when I occasionally do this type of training now, I'll think my son is watching me. Can't let my son down, right? You got to use whatever it takes. You can imagine somebody you despise and you want to fight. You'll be thinking, fuck that arsehole. Fuck that arsehole. I'm going to fucking show that arsehole. Whatever, right? Whatever gets you going, whatever gets you in the zone. Some people, if they feel angry while they're training, they lose their training drive. Me, I was an angry trainer. Most people are angry trainers, but you need to find a way to harness that anger and channel it into each and every set. In between the sets, head down, listen to your music, put your hoodie on, whatever helps you get in the zone. And then when it's time to go for it, you go for it. Because you're not just stopping at concentric failure. You know, you're doing a press, dumbbell press. We pick safe exercises, right? This isn't about deadlifting past failure. You fail. Then what do? Well, you pause. You pause for 5 seconds, 10 seconds. You catch your breath for a little bit. You go again. Or you do drop sets. You do a couple of forced reps. You might do forced negatives. You certainly want to employ things like partials when you're doing high intensity bodybuilding training. So the point I want to make to you here is this: you cannot go in thinking of roses and chocolates, right? Most of you, you need to go in, you need to be a savage. It's all about going in there and being a savage. Whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, it doesn't matter what you are. If you're trying to get the most out of high intensity bodybuilding training, you need, you suspend normal life. You suspend normal life, you go in that gym, and you do what it takes. It is a mindset and an approach that is not for everybody. It's one of the reasons why it really was never as successful as certain people touted it to be, because it doesn't suit everybody. It's so demanding on your nervous system. It's mentally taxing. If you're not feeling it, you can go in and you can coast certain training methodologies. You can go in and you can basically break yourself into the training routine, 10 or 15 minutes, and you can't do it with this. You warm up properly and then you do it. So this isn't a type of training I would recommend for everybody. We're not really going to talk about that mindset. The mindset for high intensity bodybuilding, you leave nothing. And if you can't have that mindset, don't do it. So this is Nick Mitchell. This is one little tip for you. I hope that's useful. As ever, leave comments in the video section below. And if you want more of this sort of stuff, I'm trying to do as many videos as possible at the moment. Please, we've got a subscribe box somewhere on this page. Tick the subscribe. Thank you.